What if I told you there are RVs built over 50 years ago that are still on the road right now, outlasting brand new motorhomes that break down in their first year? No gimmicks, no modern tech, just brutally over-engineered machines from an era when things were built to survive. Today we're counting down 5 vintage RVs so tough, so well built, that some owners are still putting six-figure miles on them decades after the factory lights went dark. Let's get into it. 1. The Foretravel Unicoach. We're starting with the Foretravel Unicoach, a full-width, 102-inch luxury Class A that became Foretravel's best-selling model. Under the skin, early Unicoachs ran an 8.3-liter, 325-horsepower Cummins engine, while the bigger U320 packed an 11-liter, 450-horsepower motor, both paired with Allison automatic transmissions on a heavy-duty monocoque frame. Owners consistently call it one of the highest quality motorhomes ever built. And the numbers back it up. People are logging 100,000 to 200,000 miles over 20-plus years. One owner, after 8 years and 40,000 miles, said the only failures were the HWH leveling cylinders, airbags, and shocks. Everything else just kept running. That same owner expects the coach to stay trouble-free until it's over 30 years old. The real weak points? Roof delamination on DIY repairs and the air bladders in the slide-outs, which typically need attention every 15 to 20 years. Owners fight the clock by adding lithium batteries, solar panels, and bigger AC units, modernizing the guts while keeping the bones original. Compare that to a lot of 2010s era gas Class A's, which spend their first year in the shop working out factory bugs. A vintage Foretravel, once dialed in, just doesn't stop. 2. The GMC motorhome. Next up is arguably the strangest and most brilliant RV General Motors ever made, the GMC motorhome. This thing broke every rule of its time. Its front-engine, front-wheel drive using the same unified power package as the Oldsmobile Toronado, a 455 cubic inch V8 married to a 3-speed transaxle. Here's the detail that blows people's minds. The only wooden structural part in the entire coach is the floor. Everything else is fiberglass body panels over an aluminum frame. No wood to rot, no frame to rust through. Add in a 4-wheel independent rear air suspension with dual rear axles, and you get a rig that reportedly handles more like a car than a motorhome. 50 years later, hundreds of these are still cruising the highways, many with 150,000 to 200,000 miles behind them. One write-up put it bluntly, these half-century-old machines are still better engineered than a lot of what's rolling off assembly lines today. The typical failure points are aging air suspension bags, old refrigerant-based AC units, and the occasional Morse chain service, nothing that regular maintenance can't handle. Many owners even repower them with modern diesel engines, turning a 1970s icon into a daily driver with 2020's efficiency. Part of what makes that mileage possible is how the whole platform was borrowed from GM's regular passenger car engineering rather than built from scratch like a typical motorhome. That meant readily available parts, a lower center of gravity than almost any other Class A of its era, and a flat floor design since there was no conventional truck chassis running underneath. It's also why specialized GMC motorhome service centers still exist today, staffed by enthusiasts who know these drivetrains inside and out. Keeping a decades-old rig on the road isn't the guesswork it would be with most other vintage RVs. 3. Barth Motorhomes, 1963 to 1979. Now for the sleeper on this list, Barth. This Indiana builder made high-end gas motorhomes using something almost nobody else did, a patented, unitized aluminum body, essentially aircraft construction dropped onto a Chevy P30 chassis, with a 454 cubic inch V8. Why does that matter? Because there's no plywood anywhere in the structure. Riveted aluminum walls and roof mean the body simply can't rot the way wood-framed RVs do. One review of a 1977 Barth 34T said it was built better than campers 46 years newer. And this particular unit had only about 33,000 miles on it, with every single light still working. Owners described the coaches as ready for many more miles, decades after they left the factory. The aging issues are minor: rubber seals, upholstery, and appliances wearing out, but the aluminum shell itself stays structurally sound. Compare that to plywood core RVs from the 1980s and 90s that develop frame rot and sagging bodies. A well-kept Barth from the 60s or 70s can outlive them entirely. That kind of build quality wasn't an accident. Barth leaned into its aluminum construction as its main selling point, marketing the coaches almost like small aircraft rather than typical camper conversions of the era. The lighter aluminum body also meant less strain on the Chevy P30 chassis and its 454 V8 over time, so the drivetrain wasn't fighting the extra weight that plywood and steel coaches carried. It's part of why so many surviving Barths from the 60s and 70s are still daily driven or shown off at vintage rallies instead of sitting as static museum pieces. And because the body panels were riveted rather than glued or nailed like most competitors, individual sections can actually be repaired or replaced without compromising the rest of the shell. A small detail that's helped keep restoration costs manageable even decades later. 4. The Bluebird Wanderlodge, 1963 to 2009. If the Foretravel is luxury and the GMC is clever engineering, the Bluebird Wanderlodge is pure brute strength. Built on actual bus chassis, this is commercial-grade construction wearing a motorhome's clothes. A full welded steel cage frame, often tipping the scales at 60,000 to 80,000 pounds, GVWR. Later models ran Detroit diesel or Cummins engines producing 400 to 500 horsepower, matched with Allison automatics and full air suspension. Marketing materials called it designed to provide decades of dependable service, and owners back that up. It's common to see 300,000 to 400,000 miles logged over 20 to 30 years of use. The one trade-off is maintenance intensity. Heavier brakes, suspension, and engine components need attention on a heavier duty schedule, just like a commercial truck. But rust is minimized thanks to marine-grade coatings on the frame, and the Cummins diesels can rack up 300,000 to 500,000 miles when properly serviced. Resale values stay strong for a reason. Some buyers of brand new diesel pushers are switching back to well-maintained Wanderlodges because the ride is more rigid and the mechanicals are simpler. Production ran an impressive 44 continuous years, spanning forward control models with CAT 3408 gas V8S in the early days to rear-engine LX and LXI variants with modern diesels later on. That range means there's a Wanderlodge for nearly every era of RV history, but they all share the same bus-grade DNA underneath. Many units also carry high-capacity fuel tanks, good for over 1,000 miles of range, along with redundant systems like dual generators and multiple heating circuits, the kind of overbuilt redundancy you'd expect from a commercial vehicle, not a weekend camper. 5. Airstream travel trailers, 1930s to present. And finally, the trailer that basically invented the idea of an RV that lasts forever, the Airstream. No engine, no chassis complexity, just a riveted all-aluminum monocoque shell sitting on a steel truss undercarriage, the classic silver bullet shape everyone recognizes. Airstream even has a 100,000-mile club for owners who've logged six-figure mileage, and it's not rare. It's completely normal to find a 1970s Airstream with its original body still in daily use, half a century later. One blog summed it up simply: properly maintained, an Airstream can last for decades, and prices on 40-plus-year-old units remain high because of it. The main failure point isn't the metal, it's the seams. Original butyl tape and caulk around the joints typically need resealing after about 20 years, and that's really the extent of it. Meanwhile, most modern travel trailers use wood-framed walls that warp, delaminate, and rot over time. A 50-year-old Airstream, resealed and maintained, will often outlast a brand new $50,000 competitor built with modern materials. Structurally, the aluminum skin and steel truss frame mean there's no wood core to warp or rot, which is why so many 1960s and 70s Airstreams, models like the Safari, Ambassador, and Sovereign, are still fully roadworthy today. Later fiberglass-influenced models like the Clipper Light broke from that formula, but the classic all-aluminum builds are the ones putting up the wildest mileage numbers. Even the undercarriage holds up well. The welded steel main beams rarely fail, so when these trailers do need work, it's almost always cosmetic rather than structural. That's a big reason vintage Airstreams have become such popular restoration projects. Buyers know they're starting with solid bones, not a shell that's already falling apart underneath. So there you have it, 5 RVs that turned built to last into an actual engineering philosophy instead of a marketing slogan. A Foretravel that shrugs off 200,000 miles. A GMC with barely any wood in its entire structure. A Barth built like an airplane. A Wanderlodge as tough as the bus it's based on. And an Airstream that just refuses to rot. What they all share is simple, heavy-duty materials, overbuilt components, and owners who actually maintain them instead of letting them rot in a driveway. None of these were built to hit a price point or win a spec sheet. They were built by people who assumed someone would still be driving them 50 years later. Turns out they were right. If you own one of these, or you're chasing one down right now, let me know in the comments which one you'd pick to drive across the country tomorrow. And if you want more deep dives into the machines that outlive their own hype, make sure you're subscribed, because we're just getting started.